Hey guys, it's Leo, and it's time to talk about episode 20 of HUGTTO PRECURE. I am still very emotional because this episode was one of the best. And I say this a lot. I know, I say this a lot. Every time I come up here, oh, this episode was the best. It was the best HUGTTO episode. I know, I do say it a lot. But I'm just being honest. This season is being great every single time. It brings it. And everything's been amazing. And this episode was no different. I just want to point out that the animation and the drawings in this episode, they were a little bit off. They were not as good as they can be. They were a little strange here and there, but it didn't really affect the episode for me because the writing in this episode was brilliant. First, we get the continuation from the last episode in which there's only one pre-heart and the girls are they are a little conflicted about it because they can't have two pre-hearts for Emiru and Lulu to become precure together. And there is another thing to point out. The tone of the episode, because of that, it ended up becoming like a downer for the girls and for everyone, for Harry and for the girls, and only Hugton didn't really feel it. But there was this feeling of loss. They were losing this battle because they couldn't do anything about it. So they were thinking about ideas. Saya tried to search for ideas and to see if they could make another pre-heart or something like that, but nothing came up. And there was a scene that was really interesting, which was Harry and Homare were together buying things, and Homare told Harry, "Why aren't you telling us everything? Why are you hiding things from us?" And Harry was just trying to run away from this discussion. He didn't really want to have this conversation with Homare. And Harry's been sketchy for a while. I think that he is involved with the villains somehow. I mean, I think he was part of the Kriyasu Corp somehow in the future. I don't know, but I think that he was, and I still have this theory that he's the son of that blue guy. I don't know. I just have this theory. And that blue guy was also important in this episode because the villains are tired of Papru because Papru's not being able to reach results with her plans. And so I think that that blue villain is trying something. He was, typing things and he was trying something. What I think he's trying to do is to make Papru a villain, like to make Papru like this big monster. And I think that's what's gonna happen in some like 2 or 3 episodes from now. I think Papru, unfortunately, Papru is going to be like the victim of his attack. I don't know, because I think that the green villain is going to become our main villain for a while, unfortunately, because I don't want to lose Papuru. So Papuru was the villain of this episode, but before talking about her, I want to talk about so many other stuff. We all knew Mashiri and Amur were going to appear in this episode. We all knew that they were going to be the focus. And so we had Emiru and Lulu. Both of them were a little conflicted. They didn't really understand how they were feeling. Both of them wanted to become cures. It's Emiru's dream, but we learned in this episode it was also Lulu's dream, and Lulu was feeling very conflicted because she didn't want to become Precure alone. She wanted to become precure with Emiru. She wants to make Emiru happy, but at the same time, she wants to become precure herself. So there's only one pre-heart. So what can I do? She was very conflicted, and that's interesting because she's an android, but she's very human in her feelings. She is very human. I think that this is something that really shows how human she is. Uh, and so, apart from that, we also had a very nice thing that I think that the writers put in this episode, which was Homare and Saya. Both of them are kind of like secondary characters in their own season. They should be like main characters, but they're kind of secondary. And in this episode, they let both of them shine. They did not forget about her, and that was so well written and was so well constructed, and I loved it. Hana had a fever because she was rooting for the girls all night, and she ended up sleeping outside. And because of that, We didn't have Hana as pregnant in this episode as she should be, as she is written in most episodes. Thank God. Um, and so we had a nice scene together with Homare and Emiru. You know, it was very cute seeing Homare trying to make Emiru feel a little better about herself. And at the same time, Homare was trying. She was training. She was also trying. She was training a lot because she had preliminary cup. I don't know what it was, but it was a preliminary something, and she was training for that. So she was focused on that while she was also trying to make Emiru feel better about herself and better about all of those cure things. At the same time, Saya was also rehearsing because she had an audition, and Lulu was with her, and it was the moment when Lulu opened up about her own feelings, about her own wantings to become a cure. And Saya also gave a speech to Lulu, and she also, tried to make Lulu feel better about herself. And, I just loved that moment because, we could see a little more of Homare, we could see a little more of Saya, we could see a little more of them growing up in an episode which was supposed to focus on Emiru and Lulu only. And apart from that, we also saw a nice scene with Emiru and her brother. I was happy with that. I was a little afraid of what he was going to do, but I think that he is slowly learning how to be a better person. He's taking steps little by little about himself and about the world around him. And that's a great thing. Because, we're talking about Precure here. We're not talking about a big drama. So we don't want to see this dragging along for a while. We want to see him become a good person already. And that's what he did. He gave Emiru ticket concerts. And, when Emiru went to Lulu to give her the ticket concerts and they both hugged and Emiru started crying, I really felt her. I feel like we all should pursue our dreams, no matter what people say. If we're not hurting anyone, no matter what people say, if people don't believe us, we should try. Even especially if we have a talent for that thing, we should try. We should always take a step further in our dreams. And we also have to fight no matter what, no matter who, to achieve that. But when we have the support of people we love, it means so much. And when you have family in your side, it means so much. And I totally understand where Emilu is coming from. Those tears are coming from because having the support of your brother, that's priceless. Sometimes I believe that she shouldn't stop her dream because of him. Obviously not. She should even try and push further. But when you have a support of someone that's very important to you, that means so much. And I really felt happy, and I felt very happy when he said sorry to Henry. You know, he did have to do that. He did have to say sorry, and now he is, seeing the world in a different light. He is seeing the world in a different light. I think he's starting. That's a great thing. Let's go on. So, because of the happiness she was feeling, Emiru, she created another melody and she wanted Lulu to create the words. That moment was also very special because I felt like that was so precious. Both of them. I really like how both of them interact. They have this duo, the comedy duo, but not only that, they also have this very pure feeling towards each other, and they complement each other very well in feelings as well. And I just think that's gold. I just think that's gold. And then Papru attacked the show in which Emiru and Lulu were, and the girls couldn't be there. Homare was at her preliminary tests, and Saya was at an audition for a commercial. And so Hana was the only one, but she was sick. She couldn't really fight, and the girls, they were just rooting for her because they knew they couldn't become cures. And Lulu just gave the pre-heart to Emiru and said, Emiru, you should become a cure. And Emiru said, no, you are the one that can become a cure. And I don't know, I just love Emiru so much, and I love her voice actor so much. At that moment, I could feel all the emotions, and I got tear-eyed. It was so beautiful. And At the end, both of them were able to create a miracle, and it was really beautiful. It was the first time in the series that we saw the golden woman from the opening. Now I actually think that that golden woman is Hugton from the future. I that's my take. That's my theory. She is Hugton from the future, and she embraced both of them, and she created a miracle, duplicating the pre-heart and creating two pre-hearts so they were able to transform. And so they transformed into Cure Machiri and Cure Amour. Beautiful, beautiful transformation. You can see my transformation video reaction if you haven't seen my opinion on it. It was a beautiful transformation, and when right after the transformation ended, the song started. A song started playing, and I thought it was just going to be an insert song, but it wasn't. It was actually a performance. Mashiri and Amor, they were both performing a song while they fought the Oshimaida. How nice is that? I loved it. And when I was watching it, I was like, girl, you're really doing it. You're really, it was so nice. I really enjoyed it and I really felt it. At that moment for me was really special. That fight, and the animation, as I said, the animation was not top notch. It was not perfect, but the fight was incredible, even without a good animation. It was incredible. Both of them singing and performing at the same time. Great. And at the same time they were fighting, the girls were also fighting their own battles. Homare as an ice skater, Saya as an actress. They were both fighting their battles, and how nice was that they were able to show that. At the same time, Mashiri and Amur should have the spotlight. They were showing Homare and Saya. Great, great. I loved it. And this episode really felt special to me. Mashiri and Amur are just coming to crown this season. This season is being amazing, and I am loving Hugto. And everybody should watch it. It's being gorgeous. It's breaking rules. It's bringing like gender talk into everything, and lots of friendship talk as well. 10 out of 10. This episode was a 10 out of 10 to me. Thank God. It was an amazing debut. It was a very simple debut. If you look at it, it wasn't like a big fight, because that's when the new cures usually appear. But it wasn't like that. It was just a simple episode with both of them. I just loved it. Anyways, guys, oh my god, almost 13 minutes. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a comment with your opinions. Let's keep our talk in the comment box below. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.